Hi, and thanks so much for passing by my YouTube channel. Each month I try and give a basic update of what I see in the industry with the suppliers that we're working with. I'll give you an idea of supply lines, maybe some of the new things that are coming through. It's not meant to be a really exhaustive update, but I know that some of you find this really useful. So, firstly, we run a competition each month. So the winner of October is Dean from Cloud Made Simple. So we're going to reach out to you very shortly, Dean. You've got $200 worth of store value there, or $200 of Amazon vouchers. It's completely up to you what you're going to choose. And watch till the end, because at the end we'll run another competition. Very simple to win some merchandise or some store credit from thetechgeeks.com. All right, so this month we are starting. We're in November already. Can't believe we've only got a couple of months here, all of this month and December, and we're done for the year. We are starting to see a little bit of shift in a few things. So let's touch on some of the popular ones. Ubiquiti. All right, just this week we have seen, so this is the last day of October I'm recording this. Just this week we've seen a few thousand G4 cameras arrive here truly in Australia. Those sold out within 24 hours. We do still have a small number, about 40 or so on our website. Some AC in walls, very hard to get hold of. I think we've got about 10 of those. Some AC lights we've got around, some AC Pros. There's a few bits and pieces that we have around, but we are starting to see some more, a whole batch of USW 24 PoEs and 48 PoEs came in. There are some Pro 24 and 48 around as well, but we are still seeing certainly a difficulty in the PoE switch side of things. So we're pretty good now with Ubiquiti, other than still a lot of the camera side of things. We've got the G4 bullets, we've got some of the G4 Pro. Oh, some really interesting things by the middle of this month, middle of November. There should be thousands of G4 instants arriving here in Australia. Won't be with an Australian power up plug, but it's USB-C, so you can just take that off, power it by USB-C, or use it bundle. I think we've got it bundled with one of the Signet mains to USB adapters, so you can go with that if that works for you. We can still bring in small quantities of G3 instants, so if you're interested in those, grab them from our website. Access points we're doing pretty well at. Not really the Wireless 5. Like I said, we've got a few of the AC Pros. There's some Nano HDs around, few AC in walls, but those will probably be sold by the time we get this video up. U6 lights, U6 long range, U6 Pros are good. Got some of the U6 Enterprise in. Then we've got new stuff coming from Ubiquiti. You'll see some of the videos around U6 in-wall Enterprise. We've brought some small amounts of the chime, the UP chime for the doorbells. Everybody's still asking me about the Doorbell Pros. Look, we keep checking every few hours if we can buy. There is nothing around yet. We've seen the USB-C adapters coming out for it a little bit more readily, but again, the actual Doorbell Pro is not around that we can purchase. Hopefully we'll see some start to flow before Christmas. If not, it looks like it's going to be the new year now. So Ubiquiti, we're starting to see a little bit of flow. Gen 1 switches, no go really there. I know that's frustrating for some people if you're looking for 24 and 48 volts. If you're looking for 24, you really need to jump into the UISP range. The UISP switch and router will help you, and the console when it comes out will help you with your 24 volt needs. Only does 24 or 24 to 27 volts. Okay, so that's Ubiquiti. A lot of people are now looking for alternatives as well. So look at TP-Link Omada, pretty good solid circulating stock. As you know, the control panel is almost identical to Ubiquiti, so if you're used to it, it could be a good option. Great range of switches, good number of those in stock. And the access points, ones that people are often after are what would have been the Ubiquiti AC mesh, the outside access point with the two rabbit ears on it. TP-Link have an equivalent of that, and there is stock, so something that's worthwhile looking at there. Ruji Rei, you may have seen a whole load of my videos coming out on some of their wireless bridges. Fantastic, really easy to use. Twin pack, already ready to go. Just plug it in, mount it, and off you are ready with your connection, and some fantastic speeds for the price. They've got a great range of high wattage PoE switches. So it is worthwhile having a look there, and some really good access points indoor and outdoor. So again, could be worthwhile. Solid stock, but it's there as a good alternative. All right, whatever we've got, Aruba Instant on, chugging along. Again, still some struggle in the switches side of things, like all of the vendors, but an averagely good flow of their access point. Obviously, they don't have a huge range in the instant on side of things, so it is fairly consistent what you can get hold of there. All right, so that probably covers most of the wireless Dratec. A good general supply of the Dratec. So if you're looking for Dratec access points or Dratec wireless routers, again, because that's what they've concentrated on, they've managed to keep that pretty solid. So that sort of gives you an idea of the switching and the wireless that we look after. Yes, many people have said, oh, come on, are you putting D-Link, you're putting Netgear? We're getting there. We are getting there. I've probably got up to about 3,000 products on the site now and growing. Hopefully within the next few weeks, there'll be a bunch more there. So do keep checking back. But if you're after something specific, do come and have a chat to us at thetechgeeks.com and we'll do our best to help you. Then in the firewall side of things, okay, let's hit off with the difficult ones. Meraki, still some pretty slow supply in there. Really, again, depends on what you're after. You do need to shop around. We've got customers who've been getting some of the new Z3s. Those have come within like probably a week of ordering, so really good time delivery on those. But then some of the other access points are still at 100, 125 days and beyond. So you do need to search around. If you're looking for it, come and get in contact. We see what we can help you with or give you some alternatives to look at. So the Cisco Meraki side of things does have a little bit of a struggle there. Sophos, all right, so we've got, again, pretty good smattering all the way across the range now. The XG87, the XGS 87 and 87 wireless. So a few of the 107 and 107 wireless, some of the 116s, 125 and 136, and those early parts, the 2100, 2300, and the 3000 and 4000. There is some stock of those around, starting to flow quite nicely. Switches are a little bit of hit and miss if you are looking for Sophos switches. Some new stuff in there is MDR. So if you're looking for managed endpoint solutions, so you want somebody to keep an eye on how your network is running and you've got Sophos products installed there, the MDR could be for you. So come and have a chat to us on that side of things. All right, so Sophos are doing pretty solid. SonicWall, we're seeing this still around about the 2 to 3 weeks. Probably be a little bit flexible whether you're after a wireless model. You maybe find it better to just use a non-wireless. But having said that, really, there's slow supply if you're looking for SonicWall actual access points, standalone access points. So you may be better off going for a TZ unit with wireless built in. So again, we're still seeing that pretty solid. It's roughly the same lead time as it was before. WatchGuard again going to continue to do really well. Good supply. Sometimes you're having to wait 14 days for what you're after, but it is generally there. That's in access points, that's in hardware like firewall, physical appliances, both for the T series and the M series. So do keep those on your radar because it is good, solid supply from that point of view. Fortinet again, as long as you're sticking with those entry level, the 40F, 60F, the 80F, and the 100F, then you are in a pretty solid supply point. We do sometimes have them with a bundle already there, but do just watch. Sometimes the bundle does work out slightly more expensive. So I would tend to go for the unit plus buy the subscription as an extra. That will secure you what you actually need to be able to get it in a good timeline. Otherwise, the ordering can be a little bit longer. We are seeing on the access point side of things, there are a few access points around. I think last time I looked like the 231 access point is around, so there is some solutions in there. So that's done WatchGuard, that's done Sophos, that's done SonicWall, that's done Fortinet. So those are pretty solid from that point of view. So that probably covers a large percentage of the supply chain. We are starting to see a change. Obviously, we're seeing a driver for all of these companies heading to one single management console. They're looking to have endpoint protection in there, looking to have switches in there. We're looking to have our firewalls in there. We're seeing that as obviously the emerging technology that everybody's going for, even if, whether it's being Ubiquity, whether you're looking at Rugi, whether you're looking at TP-Link Omada, That is the holy grail for everybody. We are starting to see a turn in the supply. I think it's going to be next year before we see something a little bit more serious, but hopefully that's been giving you a pretty good roundup. Look guys, it's very simple. If you want to win $200 of store credit over at thetechgeeks.com or some Amazon vouchers, all you need to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not already. Maybe like us if you haven't on Instagram or Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Plenty of options there for you. Put some comments in YouTube or against some of our Facebook ads or wherever you see it. This is all about us seeing you and other people being known about what we've got and what we can maybe help them with. We've created some great videos on things like how to extend your wireless to another property, and we'd love to find solutions for our customers. So anything you can do to help us like that will get you on our radar, and that's what those prizes are out there for grabs. So thank you very much for popping by. Do subscribe and stay up to date.